When John and I met Arnoux in February, we met him on February the 3rd, and we were sitting in the room, and John and I were going through a very serious financial situation, and we both made tons of money in our life, tons. And we were at the age that we are right now, and we were devastated. We were like living on credit cards, living on, every time I would use up a 0% credit card, I'd get another one. And it got to the point where I couldn't get any more. We were like maxed out. So we sit here and we listen to Arnoux's 2-hour presentation, and I sat here and I thought, oh my God, I don't even know if I can get $25, but we got to figure out a way to do this, because we've got to get out of this hole we're in. And I just knew in my heart that this was the only thing that was going to help us. Because John and I are trained, we are master level trained in so many modalities, it's unbelievable. We're Reiki master teachers, we're NLP masters. I mean, you name it, we've done Qigong, we have done everything you can imagine. And that doesn't mean those things don't work. They do work, but they don't permanently erase anything at this kind of a speed that we got, okay? So anyway, we're sitting there in the back room, and I said, you know what, I don't know how we're going to do this, but yeah. So I pulled out a credit card, and I didn't even know it was going to work. So we filled out our paperwork and everything, and I told Arnoux, I said, please, Arnoux, don't charge this credit card, because I don't even know if it's going to work. I'll have to go home and see, and I might have to put $10 on one card and, 15 on another card or whatever. Well, I had to call him the next day and say, don't charge that card, because it's not going to work. So I did have another card, and I charged the $25. And I managed to scrape up $25 the following month because we were taking the class in March. So we got the online course, and John and I sat and diligently watched this course, and we started doing all kinds of clearing before we took the class. So we were clearing some very heavy-duty stuff. So by the time we actually got to the class in March, Arnoux told us to set intentions for different things that we wanted to do. So I had 4 big major intentions, one of them being financial, one of them being a relationship with my daughter, and the other 2, whatever. It doesn't matter, because these were the 2 biggies for me. Anyhow, I got a chance to clear this financial thing, and it was very, very deep-rooted with something that had to with regard to my mom. And I didn't know that this actually related to the money thing until I got home. And so we got home, we took the class on Friday, Saturday, or no, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So on Tuesday morning, I woke up, and one of the things that I cleared was this depression that I had had for years. And I just faked it. Now, most people had no idea that I had any depression. But that major clearing that happened for me at the workshop, I actually cleared it when I woke up on Monday morning. I did not have depression anymore, and I kept trying to find it. And on Tuesday morning after we were home, I'm looking for it again, because I woke up with this every day. It would usually take me till about noon, to even be able to function without this craziness going on. So at any rate, so I had no depression anymore, and I'm like, wow, this is really weird. It was really weird, because I was so used to it. I mean, depression sounds kind of weird, but it had become my friend. So it was kind of strange not to have it anymore. So anyway, Tuesday afternoon we go to the post office. We had been fighting an appeal since 2012, and we had given up because we were never going to see this money. Tuesday afternoon we go to the post office, and we get a letter that our appeal had been heard. We were getting this money. It was close to $100,000. That was what we received. I'm not saying everybody's going to get $100,000. Okay?
They're not?
But they might get more, But the bottom line is what it did for us is it paid off every single one of these credit cards, got us out of this hole we were in, and I had already lifted the depression, so it gave me hope. And so, we've had nothing but uphill, and since then. And we're still clearing things, we're still clearing major things. And one of the other things that happened that was a really big issue for me is we had a golden retriever. Then she was 13 and a half years old, and she got incredibly sick. And she began to go downhill very, very fast. And I called up Arnoux, and I just I didn't know how I was going to take this dog to the vet and have her put down. I really did not. I just was a basket case over it. And he reminded me, we also took his next class too, we took his relationships class. And so he said, don't you remember in relationships class that we taught about how you can clear grief before you actually have to go through the event? So I actually did the 7 steps, clearing all of this grief, this heavy-duty grief regarding my dog, which actually was connected to my mother's death and also my oldest sister's death, who was my best friend. And so all these things were connected to each other. It was totally clear. So I'm now neutral about it. I can talk about it without sobbing. And so that was one of the other things that the 7 steps did for us. And we've cleared tons and tons of stuff since then.
The results and benefits of our training program are only available to members of our private association.